Hello YouTube, and you join me today with a Ford sat nav display thing. Now this isn't from my car, so I'm not exactly sure what car it's from. Again, it's from a friend, but that's the part number and the details. So Nav MFD, multifunction display, low quality because it's a Ford. I don't know. I'm gonna get loads of messages from Ford haters now, but oh well. So when I first got this, well, apparently what's wrong with it is there's lines are down the display and the display just shows blue. So it's a display issue. When I first got it, I thought, that's nice. 12-volt power goes in here, but it's not. These are speaker connections, and you've got sat nav and a reversing camera, or sat nav and a reversing camera. One of them twos are either or. And then this is how they connect to the car here, and there's like a CAN bus thing, and it gets its power from this socket. Now, I've had a look online. I can't find a pin out for this, so I've got to take it apart and find out where the power's going. Now, as you can tell, I've already taken the screws out because these were a pain to get out. And these are a funny security bit, of which I didn't have the right size. So I had to sort of persuade them out, shall we say. And there's 4 screws on the outside on the front and 1 screw that sits there. So it covers off, and we'll see how to power it. Right, after much frustration, the screws are out, and so this now lifts off. Being careful of the wire, he says, getting the wire stuck. Oh, slick, isn't it? I bet you haven't seen anything more professional. So that's all apart. So I think we still have to go deeper because we want to get underneath this board to this board where the power supply is. Quite a lot in there actually. So here's what's underneath that card, and that's the underside of the other card if you're interested. So it's held on with them 2 connectors, so just a little bit of prying. This is the flexi to the screen, so hopefully this just needs reseating. That'd be nice if that was the only problem. Another flexi and connector to the board at the bottom here, which I think we might have to take off because I want to get to this section here to actually put some wire links in and actually power this up to see what pins go to here. So I think a bit more digging required. There's a small flexi here, and to release this you've got this little black plastic catch, so you can just hook a thumbnail or a screwdriver underneath there. That lifts up, and then the flexi will come away. I say like so, but it's not. But that should just pull out now. Looks like this board at the bottom here needs to come out, and it's held in with these bent tabs, so I've got to straighten them, and hopefully the board will just come off the bottom. Well, now it's truly apart. So that's all the pieces I've got left over. I haven't unplugged the fan because that connector is really tight and it's actually started to peel away from the card. So I might have to just run a bit of glue on there once I've finished. but I can now start tracing out the tracks and seeing where the power input is going. So this is the input here. And hopefully somewhere I'll be able to find out which one will most likely be power. So I've got my plus and minus 12 volt leads connected. So black is minus, white I'm using as plus 12 into the JTAG connector, and that's the pins I've got it on. Yeah, you sort of see it's the bottom corner here, that's power, and one they got 3 in the center that are ground. And the reason I know that is I buzz this one out and this goes to these rectifier circuits that are here on this side, and then there's another diode on the bottom that goes to this big cap here. So this is your first input filter cap. So I'm fairly confident that's 12 volts. So what I'll do now is apply 12 volts. I'll plug these cars back in without the metal frame and seeing if it powers up or does something or smokes. Right, I've got 12 volt hooked up there via breadboard to the back of the monitor, and I'm going to turn the power on now. Well, good news, there's no immediate smoke. Oh, there's a noise. Okay, well, there's no display. There's just a buzzing noise, which I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. There's no lights or anything. It's drawing no current. It was drawing 300 milliamps, and now it's drawing nothing. That's a bad sign. Right, my initial thoughts are, as we don't know, we can't get this to power up, and I'm suspecting it needs to talk to the car for it to power up. Or there could be like an enable line or something going on. So maybe if we reseat all these flexies and connectors, and trouble is it's going to take forever to try and fault find this, because you don't know what this is doing, you don't know what software it's running, you don't know, it's basically a PC on a board, isn't it? I mean, there's a lot going on there. So I think reseat it all, rebuild it all. Another thing I'm thinking about rebuilding it, because you've got these bonding pads here that have to touch the back of the screen, so maybe it needs that contact for it to work. So we'll just reset everything, put everything back together again, and see if it powers up then, and if not, we'll try it in the car. Right, I've rebuilt it, but without the actual case and the frame and the fan. So a lot of it is missing, but you know, the idea is there. Going to power it up now, see if we get the same result. So power is being applied now. 400 amps. There is a buzzing noise. Still no display. And then the current, still 300 milliamps. And nothing. Disappointing. There is no display on there whatsoever. Even if you give it a bit of a wiggle, there's nothing there. Right, I think the next thing to do is try this in the car and have a buzz around the car, see what the car's doing. That's unfortunate. Right, for now, I think that's it. I think I'm done. I think we're just going to have to end this video here, and I'm going to have to remain confused for some more. So I'll see you next time. Goodbye.